Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jameelah, and I'm a master manifester, and I'm sure you are too, because you're watching content like this. The name of this channel is Holistic Manifesting, because I believe in a whole body, whole heart, whole mind approach to manifesting the lives that we choose, right? It's not something we can do over here, then be this way over there, right? Nonetheless, today what I'm talking about is teachers. I wanted to share... Oh, someone sent a message. I read it real quick. I wanted to share this information because I was thinking about process, and sometimes when we're in the middle of process, we have these negative things that are happening, and generally they're attached to other people. I mean, that's just the vessel that we are attached to in this life. Most of everything that comes to us, through us, for us, against us, all that stuff is other people, right? Our perception of against us, I guess, to some degree. So in thinking about that process, there was a breakthrough that I just had with being very direct with someone, and then sort of maneuvering the connection into a partnership where we could actually benefit from each other, and we were no longer opposed to each other to some degree, right? Because I'm a strong believer that you can do projects with people, you can work together with people, you can do all kinds of things. You don't have to like them in the process, as long as you both have an understanding of what the primary goal is, right? And so I was thinking about that process, and it felt so good today. But then I was thinking about all the time that I went through the process of it not being good, and feeling like somebody was trying to attack me, feeling like people were against me, feeling like all these things that were really just my perceptions and projecting it on the outside, right? Because we don't experience life as life is. There's no such thing. We only experience life as we are. So in that case, I thought about how everyone that we come in contact with is essentially our teacher. So if we kind of look at people, even our children, our parents, our exes, our mates, our, friends that maybe no longer our friends, that are still our friends or whatever, anybody that causes us friction, whether it's people in traffic, whether it's somebody who made the wrong order somewhere when you went somewhere and they didn't care and they had a bad attitude, every moment that you're interacting with people, you have to keep in mind that they are all your teachers, right? Even if you don't like their style of teaching, right? Because some people, that's not their intention. They're not trying to make you better. They're not trying to improve you to some great degree, but that's not your concern. What your concern is what you do with the energy, what you do with the situation and what's happening, what you do with the people, right? And I tell you, it takes a lot of spiritual growth and evolution to get into the space more times than not that, you know what, I'm not going to let this get the best of me because this person is my teacher, right? And then, but I also want to say that sometimes when these teachers come, we can't help but have a negative experience just because of who we are and what our past is built on, right? So we have to remember, even through the negative experience, that these people are still our teachers. They're still giving us something that we can use and then go be a better version of ourselves, right? And sometimes we take this the wrong way, and we use this information from other people, and we decide to let us, put up walls and to brick people off and to get into a negative space where we're not creating, where we're not being the best version of ourselves, right? I always say, when you have way too many people agreeing with something that you have to say, that's in almost anything. When it's way too many people agreeing with something you have to say, always double check it, because to be honest with you, that level of spiritual evolution is not common, right? I was listening to Muji one day, and he's a spiritual teacher that I saw on YouTube one day, but I mean, he's been a spiritual teacher for a very long time. And he was saying how when he first started doing spiritual teaching, how he would have 2 or 3 people in his satsanas, like that's the I guess equivalent to congregating, right? And so I think it's satsang. I can't think of the actual word right now. But anyway, he would say that he would have these many people in there, like 3, 4. He was just like, as he put things on CDs and people encourage him to make YouTube videos, he didn't want to. He was like, it's going to be so many people. It's going to be so many people. He was like, now there's thousands. And he was saying how even in the midst of thousands, it's still only 3 or 4 people that are actually understanding the teachings, that are actually understanding his pointings. And that's just how it's always going to be, right? So we have to keep in mind that everything, every incident, every occurrence, every aspect of our life, all it's doing is teaching us. It's there to give us information so we can then use it. And if we use it correctly, it will expand us. It will grow us. And it's not about the people. We can't spend too much of our time focused on the people all the time and what they're doing, what they're saying, what they're, what they're not doing, what they're not saying, because that's a base level of evolution. And I've been in that space many, many times, and I go back to it sometimes. So it's not something that I'm not, immune to some degree, because it does happen. But if you can remember in those moments that, this person, they didn't come to tear me down. They came to teach me. Even if their intentions are to tear me down, I'm going to learn something from them, whether they like it or not, right? Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. I just left yoga and it was very, very good. And I got to get to doing some work, right? And just keep in mind that the people around us, they're our teachers. They're not there to hurt us. They're not there to eliminate us. They're not there to defeat us, only if we let these things happen, right? Because at the end of the day, we're in control of all of our interactions. And so whatever we decide to take from those interactions is how we create our future, is how we expand and how we evolve, right? So make the right choices with that. And I hope that you are teaching someone something today, whether it's a hard pill to swallow or not. And I'm being taught something everywhere I go. My subscribers teach me things all the time. YouTube people teach me things. Everywhere I go, I'm an open vessel, ready to receive, open-minded, and looking for what am I supposed to learn from this moment. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.